Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, we will be presenting our group project about selling price of local white rice. First thing first, I will introduce our group members. This group consists of 5 members. First is NADIEA PUTRI binti RUSHLAND PHANG. Second is NURFARISYA Sofea binti Muhammad Nur. Third is HANAN binti AZRIEN. Fourth is NURHANI MAISARA binti Muhammad ARIFFIN. And the last one is me, IRDINA binti Muhammad KAMAL. To begin with, rice is a staple food for a significant portion of the world's population, including Malaysia, and one of the most important food crops in the country. In Malaysia, rice is mainly grown on the Peninsula and Borneo Island. About 300,500 hectares in Malaysia Peninsula and 119,000 hectares in Borneo Island. The country practices both rainfed and irrigated rice cultivation. The main rice producing state is in Kedah, Perak and Perlis. In addition, the average consumption of rice of Malaysian citizens is about 82.3 kilograms per year. As Malaysia's rice production is lower than market demand, Malaysia is considered a net importing country. Currently, Malaysia imports about 1 million tons of rice a year, worth about 1.4 billion ringgit. According to national statistics, in 2021, Malaysia has produced about 1.68 million metric tons of rice, and it increases to 180,000 metric tons compared to the total production in the previous year. As you can see, the diagram above shows a graph of rice production in Malaysia from 2013 to 2021. However, Malaysia has made efforts to improve rice cultivation techniques and has developed various rice varieties suited to local conditions.
Agriculture Ministry selling price of local white rice to remain at RM2.60 per kg. Petaling saya, the proposal to increase the selling price of local white rice to RM3.40 per kg has been shot down by the Agriculture and Food Security Ministry. In a response to the proposal made by local hypermarket chain MAISARA's Managing Director, Dato' Amin Ali Maidin, the Ministry said that the selling price of the local white rice would remain regulated at RM2.60 per kg. With regards to the proposal to increase the price of local white rice, the Ministry wished to clarify that the retail price of local white rice remain at 2.60 per kg as stated under the Rice, Price and Grade Order 2008 as well as the Control of Paddy and Rice Act 1994. It said in a statement of Thursday, September 28. For on September 27, Amin Ali Maidin was quoted calling on the government to increase the selling price for local white rice to RM34 per 10 kg to overcome a shortage in its supply. This move will improve cost structures for producers and help alleviate shortage. It's a better solution than trying to maintain the price at RM26 since supplies still run dry, he said. On the ministry's decision to give permission for the purchase of imported white rice at a wholesale price of RM190 per 50 kg warehouse gate price to restaurant groups, food operators and small vendors, the ministry clarified that it was aimed of assisting them in obtaining imported white rice at wholesale price for their businesses. Through this method, businesses can control operating costs and ensure that the selling price of rice is not increased, said the ministry. At the same time, this effort is also intended to stabilize the supply of local white rice by reducing bulk purchases by restaurant operators, food businesses and small vendors for household use, it further noted. In this regard, the ministry said that it has taken these measures to balance the demand for rice for business purposes and household consumption during the current high demand period for local white rice supplies. This agreement was reached through consultation between the Ministry and Restaurant Association, food operators and small vendors on September 15. It said, Agriculture and Food Security Minister Datuk Seri Muhammad Sabu had announced that the Ministry expected the shortage of local white rice supply in the market to stabilize within a month following various intervention measures and continuous monitoring from the government. Muhammad said that the Ministry's engagement session with the country's rice industry players involving manufacturers will sellers and retailers agreed to give a commitment to realize the implementation of the local white rice ration program, PKBBT nationwide. Hi, my name is Hanan and I am going to explain about the summary of the article. The article explains about the price ceiling for white rice that does not change in price. This issue has been addressed by the Ministry of Agriculture. Based on the article, the proposal to increase the ceiling price from RM2.90 to RM3.40 has been shot down by the Agriculture and Food Security Ministry. Therefore, the price will remain regulated at RM2.90 per kg as stated under the Rice Price and Grade Order 2008 as well as the Control of Feeding and Rice Act 1994. This is to make sure the price is not expensive. The reason why government remain the price is to control business operating costs and ensure that the selling price of rice is not increased. Other than that, this effort is also intended to stabilize the supply of local white rice by reducing bulk purchase by restaurant operators, food business and small vendors for household use. On the other hand, Ministry said this method is carried out to balance the demand for rice business purposes and household consumption during the current high demand period for local white rice supply.
Right now, I'm going to explain the topic in our ECO162 syllabus that is related to our article, which is Chapter 4, Market Equilibrium. So here, I will briefly explain the part where the chapters talk about the government intervention in price control by setting up a ceiling price. So first of all, what is ceiling price? Ceiling price is a legal price conducted by the government that is provided at a certain price below the market equilibrium. This action is imposed by the government when the market price for essential goods is extremely high or expensive. Or on the other hand, we could say that ceiling price are usually imposed during festive season, war, and high inflation. For your information, ceiling price, also known as the maximum price that the sellers or the producers are allowed to charge to the consumers. The purpose of it is to protect consumers' income because, as we all know, producers would focus more on their targeted high profit when putting up prices instead of caring about the distribution national income in Malaysia. Next, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of putting up a ceiling price. So, first, the advantages of ceiling price being used are that consumers can buy essential goods at lower price. This action will increase people's purchasing power and standard of living. However, there's also a disadvantage, such as a shortage of goods will occur. Due to the shortage, consumers would still be paying more for the things that they want. This is because as they would purchase them on the black market since the stock is very limited. Other than that, it's also unfair to the producers. Why? Because it will discourage them from producing more products as it will give them less profit at a lower price.
Everyone, so I will explain about the application of market equilibrium. Since we know that market equilibrium happens when the quantity demanded that is willing to pay by the customer is equal to the quantity supply that is willing to supply by the producer. So do price equilibrium. Price equilibrium is set up when the consumer is willing to pay for the price is equal to the price that the supplier is willing to supply. So for the first graph, we could see that by having a government intervention on price ceiling, the price is set up below the equilibrium price, which is this will lead to the shortage. By having a shortage, it shows that the demand on goods will be higher since the price is cheaper, which is below than the equilibrium price. So for the second graph, we could see that by having a price ceilings, the demanded will be higher, so the demand curve will shift to the right. But at the same time, this shows that the shortage is occur. Due to the shortage, the consumers still pay for the high price since the good is not enough, which is this will lead to the black market or illegal activities.
From the information that we get, we can conclude that the government has set a price ceiling for local white rice in Malaysia, generally at producers and wholesale prices, as an immediate measure to ensure that the price of local white rice in Malaysia remains stable and under control. Why do I say so? It is because through the imposition of price ceiling, it will not result in a large increase in the selling price of rice. Besides, the price ceiling of rice will also help to balance out the consumption for household and also business purposes so that the rice supply will be enough for both usages. In this case, there will be less hoarding activity done by any parties. From the article that we chose, the Ministry of Agriculture did not approve on the proposal to increase the price ceiling of rice to ensure that the selling price of rice is not increased. This is because they are also considering the price of rice they are producing. Once the price of production of paddy increases, the price of rice will also increase. The selling price of rice should not exceed the limit considering the high demand of consumers. If not, producers will suffer from shortage when they can't meet the demand of the customers because supply will be lessened if the price of raw materials used increases. And with that, our group presentation finally ended. Representing our group members, I would like to express our gratitude towards Sir Alfie for helping us and guiding us throughout our whole process of completing the assignment. Thank you. Bye. Assalamualaikum.